and it's time. Let's welcome our next guest. I'm very, very excited and happy for this moment. Let's welcome Miss E.G. Daly to Totally German Radio. How you doing,
Hey, guys. How's it going?
How are you? Welcome.
I'm doing awesome. Thank you.
Very, very good.
What's up?
You know, it's kind of funny. Like, I was saying earlier in the show when I was saying you were going to be a guest on tonight, I was like, I was trying to get you as a guest like a month or two ago. Like, I was searching you out, trying, and I wasn't getting nothing. I was like, okay. And then I get an email yesterday. Would you like E.G. on the show? I said, absolutely, yes. Thank you.
Oh, let's see. Well, see, talk about the power of intention. You made it happen. You made it happen. So now you know how to get your next guest you really want. You just think about it, put it out there, and then you'll get some random phone call. Good, right?
Absolutely. I like that idea. Very good. That's what we're going to go with. So, you know, as I start, like, investigating about you, and you have a movie coming out tomorrow, but I start going through and investigating about you, and I've known, you know, you've been singing for years. You have solo albums out, and you've had a #1 single. Like, and then I saw you were on The Voice. Like, how did that happen?
Yeah. Well, it sort of just happened, like, how did I get on The Voice, or which one? How did I get a #1 single, or how did I get in these movies? Which thing?
No, how did you get onto The Voice? Like, I would think, like,
well, I'll tell you how that happened. What was really weird was I had just gone through this period of time where I was sort of like, I found myself not doing the things that I loved as much, and I was, like, sort of falling into this little, like, kind of, like, darker moment in my life where I was like, what is going on here? I'm just, like, not really excited about certain things anymore. And I realized what it was I stopped sort of singing every day, and I just started doing things that I thought I had to do and I should do, and then all of a sudden I did a lot of work. You know, I just started really going inside of what that was about. Like, I started digging into myself and, like, what is that about? Like, why did I stop doing all these things that I love to do? And then I decided to start saying hell yeah to everything that made me happy every day. Every day, people that I like hanging with, I'd say hell yeah to. If I wanted to go somewhere, if I felt like a big hell yeah, I'd say yes. I just started opting into a lot of things, and I started opting into singing every day again. And then this woman asked me if I would sing on her show, this balcony TDLA thing. And I was like, what do I have to do? She goes, just sing a song on guitar. And I was like, oh, no, you know, I usually have a band, and my band's not available right now. She said, no, just you on guitar. And I thought, okay, well, I should opt in because that's what I committed to myself, to start saying yes to things I loved, no matter what I thought anybody thought. And so I said yes to this thing. And then that same woman started asking me if I would host this little show. And I was like, you know what, that sounds really good. I love that. Yeah. So I said yes to that. And then one day she walked up to me and said, I hope you're not mad at me, but I got you an audition for The Voice. And I was sort of like, oh, thank you so much. That's really sweet of you, but I don't think they're going to really put me on that show because I'm already sort of established. And she goes, no, they said yes to your audition because you haven't had a record deal in a long time. And being an independent person, putting out my own music didn't disqualify me. I was still putting out my own music on iTunes and YouTube videos. So they actually said yes to an audition, and I thought, why not? And so I said yes to that. And the next thing you know, I went through this whole audition process. They didn't care about who I was. They cared about my voice. And the next thing you know, I was singing at the blind auditions. The next thing you know, Blake Shelton turned around and CeeLo turned around. I was like, wow, talk about embracing things that you love to do, like saying yes to things and then never knowing what was going to come out of it. And I ended up getting on, like, the #1 show in the world, you know, so it's crazy. Yeah. So I didn't, it sort of just happened. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's wild. Because that's what I was thinking. Like, you're already established. Like, how did they let you on? Like,
because I hadn't had a record deal with a label in so many years. I mean, I was established as an actress, and I was established as a voiceover actress, and Tommy Pickles' voice and Buttercup's voice, and I was on different TV shows and different movies. But I hadn't been, like, full-blown established as a singer, like, you know, in that realm, really. I always just sort of dabbled, and certain people really knew my music because I'd been in soundtracks that were popular. like different movie soundtracks, but I still hadn't been like established as in, one of those artists that's out there cutting records, releasing records on a major label. I was just releasing my own music through my own little means because I loved doing it, not because I had some major backing. I just did it because I loved it. And so that qualified because it wasn't about me being on a label. I had no label, so that's where I qualified. You know what I mean?
Now,
it was really cool. It was really cool.
When you do that, where you go out there and you sing, and they're all they have their backs seen, and they turn around. Do they know who's coming up that night? Do they know a name of the person that's going to be singing? They don't know. So they know nothing, and then they turn around.
Blind. They don't see my face. They don't know that I was Dottie from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. They don't know that I was the voice of Tom Pickles. They don't know anything. They just hear my voice, and they either turn around or they don't. And Blake didn't really know much about what I had done. He was kind of funny about it. And CeeLo kind of once they saw me and once I said I was Dottie and Pee-wee and they all kind of flipped out and were getting all excited. But they didn't know my voice. Like they didn't know me as the singer. Do you know what I mean? So it was kind of like that. I kind of got to have a little twist of like, oh, she's that same woman across the board. Now we know who she is. It was sort of like that.
Wow.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was really awesome. It was a really fun experience. It was one of the greatest moments of my career. You can see it on my face. I was just in total bliss. Not the first few seconds. I was a little nervous because I couldn't believe I put myself there or that I got myself there at this point in my life, at that point in my, at that age. I couldn't believe it at first. I was like, what did I do? Like, I never know what I'm going to do next, and I'm so happy about that. You know what I mean? I never know what I'm going to say yes to next. Pretty exciting.
Now, would you say, is that the thing, like, now it seems like that really, truly makes you happy is singing and making music?
Yeah, it really, really, really does make me happy. Like, music makes me really happy. Like, I could be in a terrible mood and then play a really beautiful piece of music in a headset from my phone and just, it makes me completely, turns me on, makes me super happy. And that, there's so many things that make me happy, honestly, like, especially from coming from different moments in my life where I wasn't happy, where nothing seemed to make me happy, where I was like, wow, that doesn't make me happy anymore, and that doesn't make me happy anymore. Like, I had to reinvent a lot of things and really refine what made me happy and go back to things that used to make me happy. So, it's kind of like it's been a journey of like, but yeah, music makes me happy. Songwriting, I love making music videos. You guys should go see the music videos I have on YouTube. There's a whole bunch of them. There's like a more recent one called Somebody's Loving You and one called Wait. And I love making music videos. And I also did one that's really pretty recent. It's a cover song of a song called, it's the Lifehouse song called Trying. And it's a really beautiful song. And I went ahead and shot this video in the desert in like 20 minutes. And it's so beautiful. The song is really beautiful. And it's Lifehouse that wrote it. It's one of their songs. So, yeah, actually music makes me real happy. And humans make me happy. People and hanging out and having barbecues makes me real happy. And, a lot of things make me happy. But, anything as far as artistically with my voice, and that's pretty much everything. You know what I mean? Like, That's pretty much everything. Like, sharing my point of view, sharing something that might make somebody happy makes me happy, using my voice to sing, using my voice to act, using my voice to speak up about things that matter. That's what makes me happy. Yeah. Crazy, right?
No, come on, what crazy? That sounds like fun to me. Sounds like
it's pretty vast. It's pretty vast. Yeah, what makes you happy?
That's a good question. And I've been trying to find that true answer. I really have.
Yeah.
It's deep. It really, when you really sit and think about it and ask yourself that question, it's like, I don't know. And I go to therapy. I go to therapy once a week, and that question has been brought up many, many times. And I just think, I don't even know. I get kind of scared to even try to think of an answer.
Yeah, I understand totally. I was in a place like that where everybody'd say, well, I would be like, I'm just kind of feeling down. They're like, what makes you happy? And I'm like, I don't know. And they'd say, well, come on, just think about it. And I was like, I don't know anymore. Like, certain little things used to make me happy, like having a cappuccino at a really cool cafe with a good friend, or even by myself used to make me happy, and then one day I couldn't remember what made me happy, and that was like, whoa, what's happening here? And then I started to slowly remember little things that made me happy, and I started to slightly do them all, and then slowly those little things became big things, and then they led me to other things, and that's how it started to happen. It was really cool. It was very cool. I talk about a lot of this, too. I do want to mention that I talk about a lot of this, you guys, and there's a couple of pieces that I want to share with everybody that might be listening, is like I have this one-woman autobiographical musical that I released. It's up on Amazon, and it's really cool. It's like an hour and 15 minutes, but I talk about a lot of the journey that I've had and why my points of view and things that I worked through that actually got me to a happier place. And that's what Listen Closely, this one-woman show. It's up on Amazon. You guys can download it. It's really inexpensive, but it's beautiful, and talks about listening to your inner voice, and it's a really beautiful thing. And then I also did this voiceover seminar called E.G. Daly's Voiceover Seminar on Amazon. And I also, in addition to talk about all kinds of tips, tools, and how-tos about voiceover and acting, I also talk about getting in touch with what makes you happy, because I think it's such a big thread for people in life is to get happy so that you don't have to rely on drugs or meds or antidepressants all the time, to where you can actually find happiness if you do a little bit of the work, inside work. So I talk about a lot of those things. So if anybody needs, or would be a really powerful tool to go grab those two things, Listen Closely on Amazon, the one-woman show, and then the seminar, voiceover seminar. If you're interested in acting too, of course, that's like lots of practical info. But that's what I'd say. Like, get in touch with what makes you happy. Yeah.
Now, the one-woman show you did, is it video, or is it just audio, or?
Yeah, it's a video. It's a live video. It's filmed in 3 cameras. Do you guys know, you're familiar with Mr. Brainwash? It's kind of a random question. Mr. Brainwash, the artist, or the movie Exit Through the Gift Shop? And I don't know, if anybody's seen, there's a documentary called Exit Through the Gift Shop, and the whole documentary is about Banksy, the artist, and about Terry Guetta, who's this amazing, crazy, talented Frenchman, and that Frenchman is Terry's my cousin, and he filmed this one-woman show for me. That's what I was getting at. But it's really cool. It's filmed on 3 cameras, and it's just one of my most favorite pieces of work I've ever done in my career. Like that there's like a handful of projects, that the one-woman show, The Voice, having my daughters, my seminar. There's like a few significant, Pee-wee, Rugrats. There's a few significant things in my career, and it falls into that category. And all those are on egdaily.com. Like, you guys can, if you go to egdaily.com, all the links to like my Twitter is @RealEgDaily, and Instagram is @RealEgDaily, Vine is @RealEgDaily, and then there's Facebook and stuff. Yeah.
Now, and with the whole the voiceover and voice acting, like, how did you get started doing that?
Voiceover was kind of another fluke, you guys. It was another, like, okay, this is a long time ago. This is like back 80s, right? In the 80s, late 80s, I think, I decided I wanted to be singing again. Singing was the thread. But I didn't want to put the band together because I didn't want to have to hustle a band. But I really wanted to be singing live, and I missed it. So one day I got a call from a producer saying, we would love you to be in this musical. We just shipped all the sets from the Broadway production, which folded and starred Deborah Harry, and we'd love you to do it because it's like a female, petite, physically fit singer was what we need. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. Do I get to sing every night? Or, and they're like, yeah. I'm like, will you guys put the band together? I'm like, yeah, it's a pro play. Everything will be done. There's a director. There's a band. You'll just be the lead actress. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. So I chose to do this little play just because I wanted to be singing, and then all of a sudden it became really popular, and I ended up winning all these awards, which is the last thing I was thinking. I won, Best Musical Performer, Best Actress, Best this, Best that. And then they moved it to an Equity Theater, and I heard, while I was backstage, there were all these record labels, and there were all these people that heard about me, my singing, and then there was also other people. And aside from all the record labels, which I got a major record deal at that play, but some guy handed me his card and asked if I was interested in doing voiceover. And I was like, what? That's crazy. I never thought of that. And then I ended up going and doing all this voiceover stuff, the first thing I booked was Rugrats. What was your initial question? I want to get back to that, but I got a little sidetracked. What was your big question?
Yeah, well, how did you get started doing that?
The voiceover?
Mm-hmm.
Was that the voiceover? Yeah, so that's what happened.
Yeah.
So this guy handed me his card, and I was like, it was just one of many things that came out of this little play, besides the major record deal, and I fell in love with someone, and, you know, it was so crazy. This guy handed me his card, and he's like, you should do voiceovers. You're really good with your voice, and you're really good with doing children's voices, which I thought, I didn't think anything of, because it was something I just did very naturally. Like, it was something that I could do, and it was fun, and the next thing you know, he sent me on this one audition, and my first cartoon audition, and I did it, and the next thing you know, I found that I booked it, and that happened to be Tommy Pickles on Rugrats, which went for 14 years. So it was just a really twist of fluky fate, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so the crazier message of the whole thing is, like, through my career, I have to say, like, the things that I noticed the most about my career is things, really miraculous things, have come to me when I just did what I like to do. And that goes back to, like, finding your happy, because everything great that has come to me, the voice and that play and getting a record deal and falling in love and getting a voiceover agent, all that happened because I just said yes to, you know, things that made me happy, and not, I want to do that because I'm going to make a crap ton of money, or I'm going to do that because it's going to make me famous, or it was always just because I loved it and it made me happy. It was a good message.
That really is.
Thanks.
And I think too many people, and I know I'm definitely guilty of, not looking for the happiness part, but trying to find that money part.
Yeah, the money part. Is that what you said? The money part. Yeah, I mean because that's a real issue. Like, everybody does need to make money, and we all have bills to pay, and that is a real issue. It is. However, my experience has been is when I really was hustling for money, that's not when I made the money. That's the crazy, ironic part of it. It's just so crazy. It's just a crazy thing.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Now, would you have expected, you land the Tommy Pickles gig, and then, you look through your IMDb, you've done so many different characters over the years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. So, yeah. Pretty nutty, right?
Do you at this point, do you think you enjoy doing voice acting more than actual acting in front of a camera?
I can say that honestly, each one has like amazing perks. Like doing voice acting, you don't have to rely on your body or your face or your look. You literally could be anything. I could be a tree. I could be a talking pencil. I could be a ball, an inanimate object. I could be a boy. I could be a woman. It's so awesome. It doesn't have anything to do with the way I look. And then with on-camera, it's so awesome because it has everything to do with dressing up, your face, your wardrobe, your hair, your location. It's like each of them I love exactly what each of them offers. It's like I love with on-camera, like getting to where, like I'm in the new Rob Zombie movie, and I play this character named Sexhead. It's coming out in September, I think. And I had so much fun. I got to dress up so crazy in this movie, so crazy. Like, it's the photos, I can't wait to start blasting the photos online because they're so amazing from this character, and the role is so bizarre. And so I love that. I get to dress up and play like Halloween, Whereas on camera, I love that I can be a boy. I get to be a boy,
right,
or a preteen kid, or a little girl, or a baby, or a mommy, or an old lady, and I don't have to worry about how I look. It's just, they each are so amazing. It's hard to say which one I like better, truthfully. I like them both so much,
Do you think your experience acting in front of the camera helped you with your voiceover acting?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, because, because I studied, my whole life I studied different teachers, and I learned how to really kind of work my craft as an actor, and I find myself doing character stuff because I'm pretty crazy and uninhibited. for the most part. So that part of me that's pretty crazy and uninhibited and does a lot of character roles is that part of me that can do crazy voices. You know, I've kind of worked my skills and honed my craft as an actress. But then you put me in a mic behind a mic where I have to do different voices, and I don't have any inhibitions, so I can play like crazy. You know, I can just go crazy with my voice. And then the other part of that was that I was singing my whole life. So because I'm a singer, right, I can contort and manipulate my voice. So it all sort of like, all of it sort of merged around the voice. You know, everything is about the voice. Acting requires your voice, characters, changing your voice, dialects. Voiceovers involves your voice, dialects, accents, speech impediments. And singing requires using your voice in different ranges and different textures. So it all just ties into the voice. Pretty cool.
Wow. That's awesome. Now, you mentioned about the Rob Zombie film. And I was, as soon as I saw the character name, I'm like, what kind of character is this? So, like, when you get a call from Rob Zombie and he says, I want you to play the character Sexhead, what is your initial reaction?
I knew it was going to be a blast because I already did Candy in his last movie. I was in Devil's Rejects, not the last film we did, but in Devil's Rejects, I played Candy.
Right.
So he kind of knows, like, he knows I'm petite. He knows I'm kind of little. And he kind of works with that. Like, he gets an idea in his head, Rob, and then he'll just, like, cast according to that thought. So then when they told me he wanted me to do this character, Sexhead, they had already put out some animated photos of Sexhead and Deathhead, because they're a couple, online. So I went online and I pulled up these pictures, and the photograph, it's like a pencil sketch of a lot of these characters. And I thought, oh, my God, he literally looks like they drew that character as me, because it's my height in comparison to Torsten. So when you see it in the movie, it's the same height difference as in the pencil drawing. So he literally just gets like, so I was like, when I thought Sexhead, I knew it was going to be something out there. And then my wardrobe came once I got on the set, and a big part of my wardrobe was on the hanger was a little plastic bag with black tape in the shape of an X, 2 pieces of black tape in the shape of an X. You know, so with 2 X's in this little plastic baggie, and I knew that my wardrobe was going to be crazy. That's all I'm going to say about it. So I was like, holy crap, that's cool. So I don't know. I always look forward to it when I hear Rob's casting me. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I can't wait to see what he's going to have me do. So it's you know, Sexhead is one of the, you know, I don't want to give it away, so I'll just say you got to go see the movie. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm looking at the picture now, the drawing picture. I just pulled it up myself. Yeah, there's not much to your wardrobe.
Yeah, right. It's so funny. And if you see the real pictures of me, and it altered a little bit since that picture, but if you see the real pictures of me and the actor Torsten who played the tall character, it's the exact height difference. So he had a very specific visual of how these characters size-wise were going to be, and that's how he cast it. It's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's it like working with, like, Rob's, I mean, is he really twisted with all these ideas he comes up with for these movies, or?
Yeah. He's like a total artistic artist who leans in the way of like horror and this like all this gore, but he does it with such beautiful taste. Like his visuals are so unbelievable. Like if you just pull up Rob Zombie online, I mean, look at every single picture of him. It's always aesthetically amazing, like the lighting, and they're so dramatic. They look like monsters. They're creatures, and his hair and the lighting and the makeup and the wardrobe, everything is so aesthetic. So he's pretty out there, but like when you're working with him on the set, like half the time I come over to me like, hey, why don't you do this thing, or I want you to come over and I want you to, and he just talks to me like a normal guy. And then I stop and like blink, and then I look over at him and I'm like, holy shit, that's like Rob Zombie. He's like the rockinest dude. Like he's so cool. So, you know, you forget because he's normal. He's like normal, but then when you look at him, he's wild, you know, to look at. But he's pretty normal, chill vegan dude who does horror. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he seems like, I mean, in interviews and all, I hear him. He seems like a very kind of like relaxed and pretty subdued person.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's pretty cool. Like, I couldn't even believe it, like, when I'd, like, worked with him and how chill, and then I'd, like, see clips of his concert, and I was like, whoa, Rob, what the hell? That's so crazy, you know? it's so interesting, but that's what I love. I love contrast, you know? I'm a big fan of contrast, you know? And Rob is that way, too. Like, he likes contrast, I think. You know, even the colors of his movies, like, when you look at his movies, there's so much contrast in the coloring and lighting. And, I don't know, it's just really cool stuff.
That's cool. Very
Artist.
Cool.
Yeah.
There you go, yeah.
Where are you guys at? Like, what kind of audience, like, who's your audience, and what's your following like? I don't know anything about you guys, so I'd love to know more about you.
All right, we are based out of Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
And our audience is probably, I mean, it ranges. I mean, because every week we have, like, different celebrity guests on. So one week, we get a lot of musical guests. A lot of older TV stars and stuff like that. So, I mean, it changes week to week.
That's awesome. And how many people are you finding grab on? Like, how many people? I guess it depends on the artist, but it varies from what to what, like your following.
It definitely goes by the artists. We've had some that are, like, kind of like, wow, that's pretty bad. And then you have some where it's, like, thousands and thousands. It's like, wow, okay. There's life.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. Yeah, I was curious, like, what kind of demographic, what kind of people, you know what I mean? Like, I always make sure when I'm talking that I'm not talking inappropriately. If you guys reach more young people, I try to keep it pretty peaceful. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't, believe me, I don't keep it appropriate. I'm a South Philly Italian, so there's usually a lot of cursing coming out of my mouth at times.
I think I'm going to be in Connecticut. That's not close to you, right? Connecticut? I don't know my geographic.
No, it's about 4 hours.
Oh, geez. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Well, cool, yeah. So, what's that?
Did you say you're going to be in Connecticut?
Yeah, I think I'm doing a con in Connecticut. I think I'm still not, I haven't locked down the deal yet, but I think I might be doing Connecticon, which is in Connecticut, and I'm going to be in New York doing this, what's it called? Something in New York. It's a panel, I don't remember right now, but some big panel for something in New York on the 21st. Yeah.
You know what? It's funny, too, because the Connecticon.
Yeah.
It's only 7 to 10. Yeah, I remember. I did definitely send in for press passes for that.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
And I never heard back. Didn't hear nothing back from them yet.
Oh, that's good.
Now we're doing. Yeah, we're doing the whole con circuit big time now, hitting that hard.
That's good. Yeah, I do some. I don't do a lot. I do. I honestly really love meeting people in person, like people that are like fans that come onto my Twitter and message me or Facebook or whatever, or whatever, all the social media. And then sometimes what's so cool is you chat with them a little bit, and then you get to like meet them in person, and it's really sweet, and I enjoy that part a lot. But I don't do a lot because the traveling, and I'm usually busy with different. It depends on my work stuff, you know what I mean. But I try to book some every once in a while, like, and I try to get over on the East Coast because there's a lot of people out on the East Coast that are always happy that we come out. So yeah.
I think you were at one convention I was at one time, or maybe I didn't make that one. Was it like maybe Monster Mania or Chiller Theater?
Yeah, I think I was there. Yeah, I've been to Chiller and Monster Mania. I've been to all those. Yeah.
Yeah, so you never know. Might pop up in Connecticut. You never know.
You never know.
Because actually, it's my oldest daughter. She's like I don't even know. I guess an up and coming artist, I'll say.
great.
To where we actually started doing conventions a couple months ago. And so I've been also trying to get her out on the convention scene as well with her art and all. So
yeah,
you never know.
That's sweet. How old is she?
She's 18.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
18.
I have a 20-year-old daughter, and I have a 20 and a 17-year-old, so I get it. I get that age. That's awesome.
Are they like aspiring to be like their mother, or they want to get in the world of entertainment, or?
They are actually. You know, I never try to push that on them. I just said do what you love, and we'll support you whatever that is. And they both are really artistic. You know, I mean, you go figure, because they were exposed to it their whole lives. So they're both amazing singers. One's name is Hunter Daly. You guys should go check her out, even on like Instagram, the Hunter Daly, I think she goes by. And Tyson she goes by I'm Not Mike Tyson. I'm Not Mike Tyson. I think that's what she goes by. But they're both beautiful, and they're amazing singers. My one daughter's in the studio with all these huge producers right now. My other daughter's recording. She's in NYU also, and she's doing a lot of acting. So they're both super artistic, and it's really cool to see them like wanting to. It's really beautiful to hear my kids singing. Like, I just can't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy they got my singing genetics, both of them.
That's awesome.
And because their dad doesn't sing at all, and he's so happy. He's like, oh my God, you got mommy's singing bug. It's so great. So we're happy they're doing what they love.
Have you ever sang like duets with them at all, or?
We do at home a lot, but they haven't been down for doing it in public yet. I always keep saying that would be pretty phenomenal if you guys got up and sang a song with me, the three of us. People would really love that. It would trip them out, and one day they will. They will one day. Right now they're still that's too cool to sing with mommy kind of phase,
Now that would, that would be like a tear-jerking moment for you. For me, it would be.
Yeah, it is. Actually, my little girl got up and sang with me when I played up at Universal City Walk. I did their Summer Series concert, and she was real little at that point, but she came up and sang with me, and people were so blown away. It was just so moving. Yeah, it was moving for me. I was like, wow. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Then she went through the teens of like, too cool for that. And I didn't have her anymore for that.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
Yeah.
So you have the big movie coming out tomorrow, Mothers and Daughters.
Yeah, I have like a really beautiful cameo. I actually haven't even seen the movie. I wonder if I'm still in it. It's funny. You never know. But no, I just have a role. I play Mama Quinn, who's the mother of this actor Luke Mitchell. Yeah, Luke Mitchell. And he's like a young, like heartthrobby kind of actor. And I play his mother, and it's just a kind of a featured little role, but it's beautiful. And then I also have two songs on that soundtrack, and one of them happens to be.
Oh, cool.
They're both songs I produced, but one of them happens to be my daughter singing that I produced, that we wrote together. So it's kind of cool. I got her on the soundtrack, and they just loved the songs. I was like, it was beautiful getting to call my kid and say, hey, that song we wrote and produced is now going to be in this big movie, and so she was stoked, and I was so happy about that. Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So now, did you get to work with any of the other names in the movie? I mean, it's kind of a pretty big name cast.
It's a really big name thing. Well, actually, there's a lot of like in vignettes, I think, and a lot of the characters are threaded throughout. So I didn't. My particular scene was with the actor. And I didn't get to work with all those other people because I just went in and did my thing, and then I was gone. My little character comes in and just has that interaction with my son in the movie. So I didn't get to work with Sharon Stone or blah blah blah. But Selma Blair is a good friend of mine, and I'm a big fan of Christina Ricci's. I think she's really cool, and it's a really good cast. Like I haven't, like I said, I haven't seen the whole movie yet. I haven't seen any of the movie yet. I'm going to go see it, and I didn't go to the screening, so I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Now, what's that like for you? Like when you, I mean, you're going to go like tomorrow night. You're going to go out to the theater and watch the movie that you're in.
I love that. Yeah, it's super fun. Yeah.
Really?
That's what it's like. Yeah, I'll go to the movies. I'll probably take my mom because it is mothers and daughters. But, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, just go to the movies. I do that a lot. Sometimes I prefer to go. Well, actually, I always go to the movie theaters to see my movies because I like being with a regular audience and just feeling the audience, you know, rather than the cast and crew only. Although that's fun, too. But, you know, like we did the Rob Zombie movie. They premiered 31 up at Sundance, and it was really fun with the cast and Rob and Sherry. It was a really fun screening, and we did like a couple in a row, and the audience just loved 31. So I can't wait till that movie comes out. It's going to be cool.
Wow. Yeah, that's going to be awesome when that comes out. I'm still blown away by going to the theater. Like, have you ever been recognized? Like, hey, you were just in that movie?
Yeah. So much fun. It's so cute. Yeah.
That's wild.
It's very
That's
sweet.
Wild.
It's very sweet. Like, I went to, like, my nephew, who married my niece, is my nephew now, my nephew-in-law, is Andy Grammer. Are you familiar with Andy Grammer? He's a great singer, pop singer. You know who he is?
Mm-mm.
Anyway, he was on Dancing with the Stars recently, and we went to the live taping, which was at the Grove in L.A., and while I was in the audience with my niece, his wife, and he was performing on the Dancing with the Stars, and it was packed. We were like in the pit with like a lot of people, and it was like all of a sudden this whole corral of like girls and mommies and daddies. They just surrounded me like it was crazy, and they were like, "Oh my God, Dottie!" and you know, the singer from The Voice, and it was so cute, and I really love that when people like realize, and then you watch it kind of like wildfire go around the vicinity, and everyone's like, "That's the girl from that," and they think that you don't notice them saying, "That's the lady from blah blah blah, that's the lady from the," and then it'd be like I count to like 20, and before that they're all running over, but it's super sweet. I like it. It's very sweet.
That's awesome. Now, how about a show like that?
Yeah.
Would you ever consider going on a show like that?
Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. That would be great. Nothing better than wearing shiny little sparkly dresses. That would be so fun, for sure.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Have you been approached by any of like the reality shows like that to do any of those?
The reality shows? Yeah, I have different ones at different times. A couple of housewifey things and, you know, different things like that. Times the ones that I was hit up with, I didn't really like the content and the negativity that they like to brew up. I don't really like that so much. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like just
too much drama.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has drama, but I don't really want to spend my time watching it. I'd rather just, like, spend my time watching something that makes me happy. There you go.
There you go.
You know.
The key word.
Everybody's got drama, so it's like, I don't know. Everybody's got drama. I do, however, really like the Kardashians, I have to say, because besides the drama, there's a lot of, like, family sweet stuff, and they take you to a lot of beautiful locations because they're always traveling, and they're really about fashion, and there's a lot to learn in a weird way from these women that are not really actors, singers, you know, they're not like talented in that way, but they're certainly talented with fashion and marketing, and you know, so I appreciate the Kardashians, which is kind of a funny thing to say, but I really do.
Yeah, they've done something right, you know, they really have, and you can't deny that.
Yeah, they are. And they are contributing a lot to. They are contributing a tremendous amount to fashion and stuff. You know, they are. It's good.
Big time.
You know,
big time.
Wardrobe, makeup, hair. It's, you know, it's a lot, and it's cool because, you know, it's cool for people that want to learn about that stuff. They can watch it.
Absolutely. So, all right. So the movie comes out tomorrow night. Mothers and Daughters.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Now, see, you should just wait until Sunday. You can go with your mother and your daughters to go see Mothers and Daughters on Mother's Day.
That sounds great. I
think that would be the perfect Mother's Day for all of you.
Right? I might do that. I think that would be really sweet.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, actually, though, one of my daughters is in New York, so I won't get to go with her, but I'll get to go with my 17-year-old.
Well, there you go.
Oh, there
That'll
you go.
work.
That's a good idea. Yeah. So, yeah.
And what else do you have? You got 31 coming up in September.
31. I have a voiceover seminar available on Amazon.com. So if you look up E.G. Daly's voiceover seminar on Amazon, and you can also look up E.G. Daly's one-woman autobiographical musical called Listen Closely on Amazon. And I'm also headlining the Whiskey A Go-Go in Los Angeles with Missing Persons.
That's right. I had that down.
July 22nd, which is going to be a blast. It's going to be like a total 80s night with Missing Persons. So I'm going to go on first, and then we're going to all watch Missing Persons, which will be fun. And that's July 22nd at the Whiskey, and they're already selling tickets. So I tell people that, well, you guys are in Philly, but if anybody's going to be in LA, then get your tickets early for the Whiskey show, which will be fun. And I'm going to, I'm leaving to go to Denmark next week for some stuff in London and then New York for this Vulture, I think it's called Vulture panel. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. You can go to my website, egdaily.com, for info on stuff and links and Facebook and Twitter links and all that stuff. Yeah.
What is a Vulture panel?
Well, I think it's called Vulture. Hold on. I'm going to tell you right now. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'm almost there. Pulling it up. Vulture. Yeah, it's called Vulture Festival. It's called the Vulture Festival. And hold on. And there's just a whole bunch of people and going. There's like Shonda Rhimes and there's like Sarah Silverman, and it's like all these panels, I guess, and there's a huge lineup of all kinds of supersonic talented people on different realms, you know, and I guess you can buy tickets for it, and I don't have the link here. I was trying to look up the link so I could give you more specific.
It's vulturefestival.com.
Vulture. Did you find it?
Yeah, vulturefestival.com.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so people could, I could tell you, actually, here's the lineup. So it says, Vulture Festival announces the lineup, Shonda Rhimes, Amy Poehler, Billy Eichner, let me see.
Christian Slater.
Yeah, Christian Slater, Sarah Silverman, me. It just goes on and on.
Kristen Ritter.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, so there you go. There you go.
So what is it, just like panels? And just... That'd be really interesting.
I don't know. You guys might need to go to the link to find out more specific on them. And I just know that I'm going to be on a panel on the 21st, so I'll be there. And I'm sure the info is all on the website, so they can check it out. And that's pretty much all. That's it. That's a lot. And the most important thing...
Yeah, you got a lot coming up.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. So, yeah, guys. I'm going to probably have to jump off the phone because I'm going to head up the mountain soon, and then I'm going to lose service. So I don't want to lose service before we say goodbye, and I thank you.
Well, before you say goodbye...
Do you guys have this on a link? Do you guys have this on a link?
Yes.
Will you send me info so I can like you, follow you, and then post the link and stuff?
Absolutely. I'll send you all that stuff.
Awesome.
And the link will be good forever.
Thank you. That's beautiful. So, yeah. Thank you.
Now, before I let you go, do you think I could, I'm sure you get this 100 times, can I trouble you to do a couple voices and do an ID for me?
Of course I can. What do you want me to say?
Can you do, like, I was thinking, start with Buttercup. Hi, this is Buttercup, and you're listening to, and then be like, no, this is Tommy Pickles, and you're listening to. No, this is E.G. Daly, and you're listening to Totally Driven Radio.
Totally, what's it called again? Totally what?
Totally Driven Radio.
Yeah. Okay, ready? Are you ready?
Go for it. Yep.
Hi. Hello. This is Tommy Pickles, and you're listening to... No, this is Buttercup, and you're listening to... No, this is E.G. Daily, and you're listening to Total Driven Radio.
That was awesome.
All right, you guys.
Can I just tell you how amazing that is? Because you just, like, it's not you. It's like literally different people.
Mm-mm.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they are. They're different people, for sure.
That was awesome.
For sure. All right, you guys. Well, follow me on Twitter. Are you on my Twitter yet? @RealEGDaily?
I am on your Twitter, and I just follow you as well on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram and Vine. And I want all you guys that are listening or will be listening to follow me on @RealEGDaily on Instagram, Vine, and Twitter, and my Facebook page. Make sure you're on the right Facebook page and says official, because there's some fake ones that look confusing. And that's pretty much it.
Very cool. Yeah, and we'll get all that
right,
stuff
you guys.
out there for you. Thank you so much, EJ.
All right. My pleasure. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Irene, there she goes.
You know what? I got to say, that's one hell of a bumper, dude.
I think that that's definitely bumper 2016.
I don't know how you could top that.
Yeah, come on. Dude,
you're right, they were so distinct, like...
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
blown
man.
away. I really am. I am freaking blown away.
Right,
like,
and you know what I love?
Voices,
yeah, dude.
You didn't picture her no more. Like she didn't even exist. Those characters just came to life in my head. That was amazing.
No, yeah, it was tremendous.
When
dude,
I say
and
that
we got
for
the
my
chance,
daughters tomorrow morning.
They're gonna love it, right?
Oh, they're gonna freak. They are gonna freak.
Oh, that's too funny, dude.
Oh, yeah, man. Wow. So
that was a huge interview for us, too, man, because we checked off somebody who was in a Rob Zombie movie, and we checked off Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yeah, we didn't even go there. I mean, and it seemed like she really didn't want to talk so much about mothers and daughters. She was all into the other stuff.
Yeah.
She was more into 31 than mothers and daughters.
I got all excited when she started talking about mothers and daughters, though, because Luke Mitchell is in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this season.
Wow.
And I was like,
all I know is I got excited when she said about her character in 31, and I Googled the pictures of it. Holy shiznit. I can't wait to see that out. I mean, that outfit is a pair of Daisy Dukes and black electrical tape.
Oh, that's too funny, man.
Wow. E.G. Daily. Woo! That was a good one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. I think we made a new friend, too. I think she'll come back.